The Russia-Ukraine war continues to rage on, and in the latest, Russian strikes across several cities in Ukraine have killed at least 9 people, according to the Ukrainian Air Force. Russia has launched a massive overnight aerial assault, firing around 70 missiles and more than 600 drones. Ukrainian air defense units have said that they shot down 50 missiles and 582 drones. A major missile barrage struck Kyiv early on Monday, leading to a fire at the iconic Kyiv Patriot Lavra Monastery. 4 people were killed and 23 others were injured in the strikes. The attack on the monastery, often hailed as a landmark piece of history, is now drawing widespread condemnation. UNESCO has denounced the attack for the damage it inflicted. Meanwhile, Germany condemned in the strongest possible terms. French President Emmanuel Macron also deemed the attack unjustifiable.
In Ukraine, where once again overnight, Vladimir Putin's Russia showed the extent of its cruelty by massively striking the capital Kyiv, causing extremely severe damage to the Cathedral of the Assumption, and is the Kyiv Patriot Lavra, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which, for us French, would be the equivalent of bombing Notre Dame or Saint-Denis, something that is obviously unacceptable.
And while Russia has outrightly denied the claim of striking the monastery in the overnight attacks, it has now alleged that UNESCO-tagged monastery was actually hit with a US-made air defense Patriot missile. However, Ukrainian President Zelensky rebuffed the Russian claim, saying that the 2 Russian drones deliberately targeted Kyiv's monastery quarter. Zelensky also surveyed the site of the damage to the 1,000-year-old monastery in Kyiv. Simultaneously, a Russian drone attack also hit the Kharkiv Art Museum, injuring 6 people, including a child. Ukraine's interior minister said that 5 state emergency service rescuers were killed in Kharkiv during firefighting operations. Amid this, Zelensky also said that he had offered to meet Russian President Putin at a G7 summit in France for talks to end a 4-year war, but later claimed the Russian leader was not ready to speak. Early this month, in an open letter to Putin, Zelensky had offered to meet Putin for a face-to-face talk. In response, Putin said publicly that he saw no reason for a meeting.
Before G7 started, be honest, we gave message that we are ready to meet with Putin during G7, because Trump is there and Macron is there, Starmer and Merz, so Europeans plus America, this is a good, I think, very good opportunity to meet all together, and that's why we could be able to invite Russian side, and Europe and the United States was agree, and Russia demonstrated again that they are not ready to speak about peace. That's why we have to be ready to push and pressure Putin more and more until he will end this war.
Zelensky also called for a decisive response from G7 following the Russian strikes. He urged Western allies to step up pressure on Moscow and called stronger coordinated action. He further revealed he spoke with US President Donald Trump over a phone call about steps towards ending the conflict. Just as Zelensky issued a renewed call for negotiations, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said Russia is committed to Trump's proposals to end the war and is eager to hear from Trump's own voice. He also urged Europe to give up the notion that Russia is losing the war.
We are committed to the agreements reached on August 15th of last year in Alaska. President Putin has repeatedly stated that he accepted President Trump's proposal, and we certainly expect that the position agreed upon based on the American proposal will be implemented. Europeans, in the current situation, are mistakenly concluding that Russia is currently losing and Ukraine is winning, so they can issue ultimatums in the hopes that Russia will comply.